Hello friends, in this video we are going to study how to solve proof sums of midpoint theorem. Now before we start, we should know the basics of midpoint theorem. The first theorem states that in a triangle, a line segment joining the midpoints of two sides, this is A, B, C and this is P, Q. If P and Q are the midpoints of AB and AC respectively, then PQ is equal to half of BC and PQ is parallel to BC. This is midpoint theorem. And next is converse of midpoint theorem. What does converse of midpoint theorem say? That in triangle ABC, if P is the midpoint of AB and PQ is parallel to BC. Here it is not given that Q is the midpoint of BC. No, it is given PQ is parallel to BC. If P is the midpoint of AB and if PQ is parallel to BC, then Q will automatically become midpoint of AC. So these are the two properties. Based on these two properties, we are going to solve the sums. The sums are very easy. But before that, we have to remember the properties of a parallelogram. Opposite sides of a parallelogram are equal. Opposite sides of a parallelogram are parallel. Diagonals of a parallelogram bisect each other. If we remember these properties, then we can easily solve these sums, and they are actually very easy sums. Midpoint theorem sums are very easy sums. Let us start with, I'll solve exercise 10, sum number 10. I'll start with sum number 10. Exercise 10, sum number 10. Prove that the triangle formed by joining the midpoints of an equilateral triangle. So this is A, B, C. Also remember one thing, in midpoint theorem sums, we will always take the length of the side as 2A, 2B, 2C. Usually we take A, B, C. Here we will be taking 2A, 2B, 2C because it makes the sum much more easier. Okay. So prove that the triangles formed by joining the midpoints of an equilateral triangle. So given ABC is an equilateral triangle. Therefore, AB is equal to BC is equal to CA is equal to, I'll take it as 2A. Okay, so in midpoint theorem, you will take the sides as 2 times. So this becomes 2A, this becomes 2A and this becomes 2A. Now, what they are saying, prove that the triangle formed by joining the midpoint. So this is P is the midpoint, Q is the midpoint and R is the midpoint. So automatically, because it is the midpoint, this is A, this is A, this is A, this is A and this is A and this is A. Barabar? You have to prove that the sides triangle formed by joining the midpoint. So if I join this and this and this, then this triangle is also going to be a equilateral triangle. It is so easy. So now we know in triangle ABC, okay, you have P and Q are midpoints. Therefore, I can say PQ is equal to half of BC, midpoint theorem. So therefore, PQ is equal to half into 2A. So 2 cut, PQ is equal to A. Similarly, you can say, I can say QR is equal to half of, QR will be half of AB. So this is equal to half into again 2A. 2 cut, answer is A. And similarly, you will say AC, PR is half of AC. Again, it is midpoint theorem. Okay. So this is equal to half into 2A. So 2 to get, this is also A. So now PQ is equal to QR is equal to PR is equal to A. Therefore, triangle PQR is an equilateral triangle. Easy na? This is an important sum. Please mark it down. This is an important sum. Let us look at the next sum. Sum number 11. Sum number 11. In triangle ABC, you should always draw big figures, okay? So you have triangle A, B and C. M, N and P are the midpoints of side AB, M, AC, N and BC. They are the midpoints. Okay. Now again, X, Y and Z are the midpoints of M and P. So sides M and P. So this is suppose X and you have here Y and you have here Z. So these are the midpoints, right? X, Y and Z. They are the midpoints. Now if XY is equal to 2.5, given XY is equal to 2.5, YZ is equal to 3.5 and XZ is equal to 4. You have to find the sides of triangle ABC. Easy. So now what we will do, in triangle M, P and N, okay, X and Y are midpoint of MP and MN. So this is midpoint and this is midpoint over here. So now in this triangle, in triangle MPN, inside triangle, can I say XY is equal to half of MP by midpoint theorem? So therefore, what is the value of XY? It is 2.5 is equal to half of MP. Therefore, MP is equal to 2.5 multiplied by 2, which is equal to 5 centimeter. Similarly, I can say XZ is equal to half of, XZ is half of, here XY will be half of NP, not MP, it will be NP, okay? NP. So how much is, so your NP is equal to 5 centimeter. Now I take XZ, XZ is equal to half of MP, therefore MP is equal to 2 times of XZ. How much is XZ? 2 into XZ. XZ is 4. So this becomes 8. Now similarly, you have your XZ, XY, YZ. YZ is equal to half of MN. So therefore, MN is equal to 2 into YZ, which is equal to 2 multiplied by YZ is nothing but 3.5. So it becomes 7 centimeter. Okay. Now you consider triangle ABC. So you have the values of NP, MN. So MN is 7. MN is equal to 7. MP is equal to 8. MP is equal to 8. And NP is equal to 5. NP is equal to 5. So now my MN is equal to 7, MP is equal to 8 and NP is equal to 5. Now consider triangle ABC. MN and P are M, N and P are midpoints of AB, AC and BC respectively. So therefore, can I say MN is equal to half of BC? I have MP is equal to half of AC, and I have NP is equal to half of NP will be half of AB. So therefore, BC is equal to twice into MN, which is equal to twice into MN is 7, which is equal to 14 centimeter. I have AC is equal to twice into MP, which is equal to twice into, how much is MP? MP is 8. So this is equal to 16 centimeter. Last is my NP. NP is equal to, so AB is equal to twice of NP. So this is equal to twice into NP is 5. So it is equal to